everyone, my name is Chloe, and I am here today to do a Top 10 Tuesday on Thursday. So this is like a series on the That Artsy Reader girl or something. I'll link her down below. She does Top 10 Tuesdays, and every week she has like a different topic lined up for you to talk about, and they're all bookish, and they're really fun. I found her a while ago, and like I said, this isn't coming out on Tuesday, and some of the topics I can't do. I'm not going to do this like religiously, but I thought this one was fun. And so this is for Tuesday, August 25th, but I'm going to post it late, so sorry. But the prompt was 10 questions for authors. So it could be either you ask one author 10 questions or you ask 10 authors one question. And so I chose to do 10 authors at least one question. And some of these, the questions may have been answered in an interview somewhere and I just don't know it. So if you know the answer to these questions, let me know. Or if you know a resource of where I can find them, let me know. They're all just things I'm curious about. And so I just sat down for a few minutes and it was pretty easy to come up with all of these and just things I wonder about. There's some of my favorite authors in here. And so of course I really want to ask them questions. So let's just get started. Number one. Christina Lauren, I want to know, are they ever going to go back to smut? Because they started like with really smutty romances and then they've kind of moved. And I think a lot of people are having a hard time with some of their books because they are not staying in one lane at all. They are like kind of all over the place with what they're doing. And I enjoy that. I like that they are just writing what they want to write. But I know there's a lot of people like pushing for them to go back to the OG smut stuff. And a lot of people that really like that content better than what they're putting out now. And so I'm just wondering, will they ever go back? I don't know. Number two, Brittany C. Cherry. We just know she is my favorite. I talked to her a couple times on Instagram. She is so like kind and will talk to you even if you're like nobody. And I just love that. Like I'm shocked. I responded to like one of her stories and she responded right back. And that made me love her even more. But my question for her is, why does she like call things series when they're not related at all? So the Elements series, I mean, they kind of have a hint of the elements, but they're not really related at all. And then like a lot of the space between, it's like book one in a series and subsequent books have never come. She's got quite a few of those that are marked as book one in a series, but then subsequent books have never come, and maybe they are coming. The only one that I know is like a true series or duology is Eleanor Gray and then Landon and Shay part 1 and 2. And so I know those are like actually connected, but I think the rest are not really connected. So I would like to know why she chooses to do that, or if it's something like Goodreads does. I just don't know. Like, she's an indie author, I think. And so I don't know why she does that. Number three, Debbie Macomber. Of course, she has written so many books. She started writing when she was 31. She's now like 71. And in that 40 years, she has written, I think, 150 or more books. And that is so many books a year. So I want to know, how do you keep up your pace and how do you come up with new ideas? Like, I was talking to some friends and it's like, does she have like an idea or a topic wheel that she just spins and she's like, okay, this one's going to have this kind of heroine, this kind of hero, and this is going to be the conflict? Or, like, how does she continue to come up with things? I have no idea. And how does she do it? And like, how does she balance, life and touring? If she does, I think she does some like book signings and that kind of things, and family. Like, I don't know how she does it. So I just want to know her secrets. And I know she's given quite a few interviews, and she just says like she loves to write, but like I want practical details. Number four, James Patterson. James Patterson is one of my favorite kind of thrillery writers, and the reason is because he writes very, very short chapters. And so his books are the type that you can pick them up and just fly through them, and you just can't stop because the chapters are just a few pages, so you're like, one more, one more, one more. And I love that. And so I want to know, why does he do it? Does he do it just because he knows a lot of readers love it? And if so, why do other authors not do that? But I heard a video for the first time. I heard somebody say they don't like short chapters. And so they said they like to hear like a chapter is like its own story within the story. And so they like a complete chapter, not a couple pages. And I don't know. So why does he do the short chapters? And then also, like, lately, I mean, he did quite a bit of older stuff just by himself, but lately all of his books have co-writers. So, like, I want to know, is he actually writing anything, or is he just putting his name on things to make them more popular, or what's with all the co-writers? I don't know. He also does middle grade as well as some adult stuff, and all of them have co-writers. So I'm like, I wonder if what he's doing. I would just like to know. Number 5, Lisa Scottalini. She is another one of my favorite, like, thriller authors. Hers are like, I don't know. They're thrillers, but they're more like dramas, I would say. Anyway, but she also writes a series of memoirs with her daughter, and they are so funny. I just love them. And so I want to know, which does she like better? Does she like writing the thrillers better or the memoirs better? And will she ever do any other genres? Like, will she ever try romance? Will she ever try something different? I don't know, because she seems to be kind of putting herself out there in different ways. So I want to know, will she try anything else? Number 6, Ellen Hildebrand. So if you have not read her, she writes really summary, I would say, kind of women's fiction romance, and they are all set in Nantucket. She may have a couple exceptions, but I think they are all set in Nantucket for the most part, and I want to know why. She currently lives in Nantucket, and I know she really likes that setting and writes about it a lot, and I'm wondering if that's just her brand, but she, I think, is from, like, Pennsylvania or somewhere, and then I think she went to school in the Midwest. So, and like, I know she has been, like, moved around a lot, or like traveled a lot or something. Like, I've heard her talk about that. So, out of all of those places, why are you just sticking to Nantucket? Is it you're wanting to stick to your brand, or well, why? I don't know. I'm not complaining, but I just want to know. Number 7, Jasmine Guillory. So as I'm filming this, I am just about to finish book 4 of her wedding date series, or whatever. The wedding date, the proposal, the wedding party, royal holiday, and party for two. And I think that is all she has really written. And so I want to know what's next. The first 3 books were very formulaic and very much the same thing. And so I'm wondering if she is going to be like a one-hit wonder for this series, or what's next? Like, what is she gonna do next? So I would like to know kind of where she sees her career going. Next is Michelle Obama. Now, she is just one of my favorites. If I could sit down and talk to her, I would have so many questions, but keeping it bookish and keeping it book related is what inspired her to write Becoming. And I know she has answered this somewhere, but I want to know, like, at what point, when anybody writes a memoir, at what point in your life are you like, okay, I need to get my story out? And I think for her, it's probably just because she's out of office and now can tell her story and talk about things a little better, but I don't know. And then also, I want to know if her girls are readers, and if she watches BookTube regularly, because I know she has done, like, some collaborations with BookTube, and so I want to know, like, is it a part of her day? Does she watch us? I guarantee she doesn't watch me, but, like, does she watch BookTube regularly? I don't know. Number 9, Sophie Kinsella. So she also writes under the pen name Madeline Wickham, and anybody that has a pen name, that is just so intriguing to me, because especially for her, like, they seem to be very similar styles. Like, I know Nora Roberts writes under J.D. Robb when she's going to do something more suspenseful. And, like, other pen names seem to be, like, kind of different genres or different vibes. But Sophie Kinsella and Madeline Wickham feel very similar to me. So I want to know, how does she choose what's what? And how did she come up with the pen name? I think her actual name is Madeline Wickham. So how did she come up with Sophie Kinsella? Or vice versa. I can't remember. I think Madeline Wickham is her actual name, but I don't know that for sure. And then also I want to know, is the Shopaholic series done? I haven't read the, like, last couple, so maybe you guys know. Is it done? I don't know. I feel like that one is, I've talked about it before, a series I really want to go back and reread, but I don't want to ruin it for myself. And, like, at a certain point with series like that, I feel like you're just kind of beating a dead horse, so I don't know if it's done or not. And then last is number 10, Catherine Stockett. I just want to know, where are you, girl? Like, she wrote The Help, and I loved it so much, and it's one of my favorite books, and I don't think she's written like hardly anything else, if at all, and she's so good. Like, where are you? What are you doing? Come back and write more, because I want to read more. So those are 10 authors that I would love to sit down and ask these questions, and so many more. Let me know, who would you ask and what would you ask, and if you have any of the answers to my questions, let me know. And that's it. We'll talk to you later.